Well, many years from now, or sooner than you think, some spaceship might come down, they might stop in for a drink. But they won't find no humans, just our bones that will tell of the world we once ruled, and we turned it into hell. So I'll leave them a message, I'll nail it to the floor. Hey, maybe you should come back in 1 billion years or more, when man is re-evolved and he's learned from his past, and he's using his head instead of his ass. Yeah, there's a hole in the ozone and the sun is burning through. There was no place left to run, there was nothing left to do. Yeah, we burned all our bridges, now there's no turning back. Did you hear about our wars? We were really good at that. Yeah, there's a hole in the ozone, the sun is burning through. Take care of your world, it's the least that you can do. Yeah, and if you've come to conquer us, well, better luck next time. There's a hole in our ozone and we ain't worth a dime. Yeah, there's a hole in our ozone and we ain't worth a dime. I would have to describe my songs as story songs. I don't fall into any genre, so to speak. I just write what I like to write. And for the most part, it works for me. They were young when they first met, not too far from school, to hide from eyes of broad daylight. They drove a hill so cruel. Into her eyes he would gaze, a young man's dream come true. With this girl by his side, there's nothing that he couldn't do. I've driven there in mountain air at 2,000 feet or so. Quite a thrill to run that hill where young lovers go. She was fair with flowing hair, turned heads when she walked by. Her love was true for that boy she knew, yeah, the apple of her eye. Then came that night, that time stood still. A storm was sent from hell. It rained all night, the car was light. It didn't corner well. I've driven there in mountain. ocean air at 2,000 feet or so. Quite a thrill to run that hill where young lovers go. As bad news goes, it travels fast. The wreck was barely cold. Their bodies found, their hands held tight. They weren't very old. I've driven there in mountain air at 2,000 feet or so. Quite a thrill to run that hill where young lovers go. Quite a thrill to run that hill where young lovers go. In a bar restroom I'll sit and think, near the dirty wall and the filthy sink, and on the throne with a pen in hand I might write my thoughts on ceramic sand. I start to write but I stop instead. Some words are there in faded red, so I'll show respect for the tenant gone, and I'll sing the man's blue-collar song. Well, the soil ain't still 'cause the roots will grow, and the leaves can't sleep 'cause the wind will blow. Hearts will break so tears can flow. You can't hide beneath the sun. You can't hide beneath the sun. Now in a smoky bar through pints of beer, his last few words are all so clear. Yeah, my heart will break and the tears will flow. I can't hide beneath the sun. Yeah, the soil ain't still 'cause the roots will grow, and the leaves can't sleep 'cause the wind will blow. Hearts will break so tears can flow. You can't hide beneath the sun. You can't hide beneath the sun. Some songs just fall off the pen and you're happier than heck, and others you really have to work at. And I find if you have to work at them too hard, you're probably better off to move on, you know. And I think you have to write about stuff that you know about. I mean, if you look at a young writer, this is my advice, if you're looking at a young writer, write stuff that you've experienced, and the blues and heartbreak, that'll all come along, right? Fleeing the uncertainty and the misery of war, a face among thousands when she landed on our shore. Too young to help herself in a wilderness of old, she did as she was shown. She did as she was told, and Marie Berlin is calling as you weep upon your bed. You were safer with the guns, and you were safer with the dead. Now my mother told me the story about a sister she once knew. Her sister from Saskatchewan, married to a fool, and swallowed in the prairie in a sea of wheat and grain. Married to a man that filled her life with pain, and Marie Berlin is calling as you weep upon your bed. You were safer with the guns, and you were safer with the dead. Now her monster drove a John Deere, but he didn't drive it well. He tipped his tractor over, and it sent him straight to hell. And Marie Berlin is calling from half a world away. And as you watch the prairie grass, you can watch the prairie sway. And Marie Berlin is calling as you weep upon your bed. You were safer with the guns, and you were safer with the dead. Yeah, you were safer with the guns, and you were safer with the dead. Way beyond the midnight crowd, close to 2 or 3, I wonder about the ones I hear, but I can barely see. Their shadows move away from light and they dance across the road. The silhouettes against the wall, they bear a heavy load. And the songs they sing, a country flair with specks of blues and soul. Voices reach the highest clouds, yet dig the deepest hole. Don't stand too close, the words you hear might grab you deep inside and hold you fast, and you might hear the things you want to hide. They sing of the love you've lost and the lies that you have told. They try to make you see these things before you're too darned old. And the songs they sing, a country flair with specks of blues and soul. Their voices reach the highest clouds, yet dig the deepest hole. Yeah, I guess like everybody else, right? You're a kid at one point, 100 years ago, and you're in bands and stuff. But I've always dabbled in songwriting. And over probably 30 years, I've been writing songs. The thing is, I've probably forgotten more songs than I do now, right? So I have to get into the archives and flip through them and find some, right? He's tall in the saddle, but low in his heart. The lifestyle he's been living is tearing him apart. Can't remember when we met him, it seems like yesterday. He is tall in the saddle, fading away. Well, he sings about his children, the joy they bring to him. And he talks about his women and the way they should have been. Talks about a friendship that's surely gone astray. He is tall in the saddle, but fading away. Well, he sings about his heroes and what they mean to him. And he sings about his demons, the ones he finds within. Sings about a friendship that's surely gone astray. He is tall in the saddle, but fading away. Now it seems the booze has found him, and who knows for how long. And some damn machine keeps playing his songs. Can't remember when we met him, it seems like yesterday. He is tall in the saddle, but fading away. Yeah, he's tall in the saddle, but fading away. She's down there in a restaurant, and she's talking to the air. She's arguing with someone who isn't even there. She's been around the block, and now she's falling through the cracks. Who knows if she'll come, even if we ask her back. If she's a little different, well, I hope she's so far gone that she never feels the pain of the road we put her on. Now he's pushing some old shopping cart through the traffic right downtown. Inside are all the treasures he picked up off the ground. Yeah, he's a little different, but is he happy in his space? Life ain't been easy, you can see that on his face. Yeah, he's a little different, and I hope he's so far gone that he never feels the pain of the road we put him on. Then there's a guy down at the factory, and he's carrying a gun. He's gonna make them pay, each and every one. Yeah, he's quiet and a loner, but he's a reaper just the same. No one left to point and laugh, and no one left to blame. He's a little different, and he was so far gone, but he didn't much care for the road we put him on. Just stuff I've been through or stuff I've heard, right? Personal stuff.
like my song about my aunt, a song about Lover's Hill, a song about people with problems, right? You know, the lady that talks to herself, the guy that pushes the cart. They're all part of life and all part of things I've seen. So that's what I like to write about.
Well, we got into a scrap just the other night. She said she's taking a midnight flight. I said, baby, I'm too old to learn the blues. She said, that's okay, honey, pass me my shoes. Now I'm walking the streets till past midnight, searching for a smile in the pale moonlight. Got the blues, and I got 'em bad, 'cause you were the funniest girl I ever had. Now the sun comes up and the sun goes down, and my little world is spinning round. Got the blues now, and I got them bad, 'cause you were the finest woman that I ever had. Now some are born and some will die, and some might laugh and some might cry. Got the blues, and I got 'em bad. First case of the blues, baby, I ever had.
Next week on Earl's Music Emporium, former Juno nominee Marcel Gagnon.